that'd just be unbelievable. I mean, it's just great enough to be here and be part of the first Harley Davidsons to be racing here in over 100 years. And to win, that'd just be icing on the cake. Yeah, well, this place is awesome. You know, I actually grew up in Indianapolis, and you know, sat right over here for about 20 years in a row with the Indianapolis 500, and so, you know, I really can't say this is a dream come true for me, because it's just, I mean, it just wasn't even on the radar screen. So to be here, you know, racing a motorcycle, or, you know, having a team that's racing a motorcycle is just awesome. Yep, it's a great motorcycle, great street motorcycle. You know, guys that know performance really like that motorcycle. Probably the best handling Harley Davidson that they make. And we'd built one. We've got the kit from Vance and Hines that actually sponsor the XR 1200 series, and they're located here in Indianapolis. So we'd gotten the kit and built the bike over the winter, and it, you know, basically was sitting on the showroom floor just sort of as a display piece. It wasn't race ready. Yeah, well, when we, you know, first, like I said, heard that it was going to be here and we were going to have a local person. You know, you can pretty much find a young guy to ride your bike for free. But when you get somebody with Jeremy's resume and talent, then you know, there are some incidental expenses there. So we've had a couple of great sponsors that have stepped up to help us. Biker's Choice, really great aftermarket company, Tucker Rocky Company, and also Riders Insurance.
Wow. Well, I mean, it's pretty awesome, isn't it? You know, you just don't get a feel for it until you run through the front door and you see the size of the place. But the size of the infield track within the circuit is pretty incredible. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Well, yeah, this is my first race on one. I'm really trying to get the feel for everything again. We try to dial in some of the settings that I used last year, but you know, things change. This is the new bike, and it's going to take me a little time to get used to it. I've got to say the pressure feels pretty heavy at the moment. You know, we've got 9 or 10 riders out there that could win this, and you know, I'm certainly not going to get it my own way. I'm not bringing anything here that's going to be advantageous. You know, the guys that are leading the championship at the moment are the guys that are going to be leading this race next week. Well, you know, it's pretty unique, isn't it? You know, riding 33 Harleys around inside this confined space of the start finish. It's going to be pretty special with the sound of them in particular, but I think more so with the iconic brand. When you wander in, you see some old pictures hanging outside the stadium with Harley Davidson on them, you know, from way back in those days, you say 100 years ago. It seems pretty awesome that it was that long ago, but I'm pretty stoked about being part of the whole thing, because you don't really get these sort of invites every day. So I've got to thank the guys at Bloomington Harley Davidson for having me along, you know, the Vance and Hines guys, and anybody that made it possible. I'm just absolutely over the moon to be here, really happy.
It's a whole bag full of emotions. This is you know, there's so much history here, and being from Indianapolis and coming every year to, you know, watch the 500 and then the Brickyard and the Formula One, and not being able to see motorcycles race here for such a long time. It's amazing that we can finally get here and participate in this event. So I'm just trying to focus on the track and try and get the feel of it. And there's a lot of debris, dirt and stuff on the track this morning, so it was a little slick, and hopefully this afternoon it'll, you know, get a little rubber on the ground, be a little cool. I think it's cool. I wish we had, you know, similar participation from all the other manufacturers. But Harley's done a great job with Vance and Hines this year putting this together. You know, we're going to end up having 30, 35 riders this weekend. Oh, it'd be a dream come true. This is a bucket list for me. So, you know, me having a vision on the podium would be awesome. But I'm looking for just a top 10. If I can finish top 10, I'd be stoked. So.